Okay, it's September 4th, and I'm here to meet with the captain, and I guess they're here for me. So, like I said, it's September 4th. It's approximately 10 in the morning, and I believe that's Captain Gorwood on the right, and the person will introduce himself later on, and we'll just continue with this process and see where it gets us. Hello.
Okay, so you ready to go?
Yes.
Again, my name is Paul Miyamoto.
Wait a minute, I had a point. Okay, say that again, please.
My name is Paul Miyamoto. I'm the assistant sheriff.
Thank you.
And I'm Captain
How you
Kathy
doing?
World.
Thank you.
Hi.
What was your name?
I'm Dan.
Hi,
Dan. Oh, okay. So, Mr. Garza.
Yes.
What we wanted to do was sit down and talk to you right now.
Please, have a seat.
We're going to be talking about different things. If you want to stay in a public area.
Yes, I do want to stay in a
make sure
public
that you
area.
film,
Yes.
We can always accommodate you.
Thank you.
with that. However, if you want to talk about other items, we have some information for you in the back. If
Why don't you bring it out?
we can do that.
Thank you.
Also. But however, some of the things we talk about may be of a sensitive nature.
Unacceptable.
So
I'll still videotape. I'm still allowed that by law. So
Okay,
if you want to
I'll tell
claim
you
it as
what, why
sensitive,
don't
you
we-
can do whatever you'd like,
why don't we do
and
this?
we'll go from there
Why
for
don't we do
YouTube.
this? Because of my prior experience in investigations, because of Captain Gorwood's experience as our administrative captain, what we can do is discuss as much as we can out here so that you have the ability to videotape what we're talking about right now. Okay?
I want all my issues addressed, even the sensitive ones. It's not my problem if you have a problem with, I don't have a problem with my privacy. So I don't have any problems with seeing the sensitive stuff that you have if it concerns me. As a matter of fact, I believe I'm entitled to it if it concerns me.
I'm not talking about sensitive stuff involving you. What I'm talking about is the location that we're going to talk to you in was a location that's not accessible to the public. But what we can do is, in order to
Why
afford
would you talk to me in a place that's not accessible to the public? Is it because it disallows me the ability to videotape?
Actually, it was out of respect for your needs and concerns that we were going to talk to you outside of the public area. However, if you feel more comfortable talking in the public area, we can do that right now.
I'm more than ready to start.
You want to grab this stuff? Yeah. Hang on 1 second. We'll get
No
this stuff.
problem. Thank you. So this just confirms what I've said all along. The fine gray line of the law is trying to be circumvented. The reason they want me in a private area is so that they can claim that I cannot videotape. This is a clever evasion of my civil rights, but not, what I am entitled to under law for access and accommodation. It is a back doorway of denying a person's his rights to videotape or anything else because they claim that it's, behind a private locked door. In a public institution seeking public services, the very, very, very suspicious, especially the methodology, and that was one of the items that I was going to discuss, the failing methodology. Oh, no problem. No problem. It'll all be fine. And here's how to transcript it. I'll tell you later. Too late. But I know, I understand what you're saying, but of course, but you understand what I'm saying, too late. Is this what everybody has to do to get through this? Go this far? I think that was very good, wasn't it? agree. She's taking a long time to get sensitive stuff right on her desk. 4 doors down. Oh. Mm-hmm. No, I can read, yes, chicken scratch. No, I'm going to bring it up, yes. But I'm going to go to the San Francisco Police Department for that. Mm-hmm. And I'm also going to the FBI. Oh, why not? How many places have I been trying to do everything correctly and it hasn't worked? Oh, like an hour. And the battery's fully charged. I charged it. So what? Right. So you'd leave by noon. I understand. It's only well, but Park's 3 blocks down. You're going to go on Park, right? Oh, 3 blocks down. But yeah, you can. I understand. They're probably on the phone with the city attorney. Yeah. That's what's taking so long. And did you notice how I didn't give them the option of not leaving a public place? See, they want to they want to circumvent it by any means.
Hi guys.
Okay.
I just made a copy. From what I've been told about this, Mr. Garza.
Yes.
Again, well, first I want to make sure that it's clear on your videotape.
Yes.
That right now we're in a public area.
Yes.
So anybody that walks in and out, it's a public access area, so they'll be privy to what we are discussing right now.
Is that my problem, especially if it's a failure on your fault, on your,
Well,
on your department? I have no qualms about telling the truth to the public.
I understand.
Thank
that.
you.
However, there may be some items that we discussed right now, and please understand that what we're doing right now is trying to clarify the issues that you brought up to us administratively.
I'm confused when you say the issues that I brought up to you administratively, because I was told that the form had not been properly filled up, so what issues could you have? And then I told them that that was false, when I went down to the investigation division at 25 Van Ness, room 350.
Right. Well, one of the things I want to make sure we do today is to clarify any problems that we had administratively with your request for an investigation. Because what I understand is that you have a complaint about something that transpired at the clinic across the street. Is that correct?
At 101
101
Grove, that wasn't the clinic. The clinic is Tom Waddell.
Correct.
And it was public access and accommodation seeking public services. I, as an ADA individual, to follow up on my public health care. And I have the video here to leave with you guys to show just exactly how all my rights were circumvented.
Okay. And we once an investigation, if it's determined that an investigation is warranted, once that's
I'm sorry, if it's
part,
determined that an investigation is warranted, I don't understand.
well, we still have to clarify the issue of getting this properly documented by our investigative services staff.
You mean the staff that didn't allow me the process, that basically denied me public accommodation and access for the process, so once again broke my civil rights to follow up? And I have those videotapes also of what they told me. And also the second time I went, I was charged by one of your officers, assaulted basically. and I have it on videotape.
I don't understand what you just said. I'm a little confused. You just said you were charged by one of our officers?
Charging, you know, when you at one point and they follow you, threateningly and intimidating you, you know. And every time I backed up and I said, "What are you doing? Why are you following me?" he kept charging me to intimidate me, and I have it on video.
Okay. Well, that...
Actually, it's not okay, but it's just more risk management.
Well, I understand that.
I do too.
The Investigative Services Unit is risk management.
Yes, thank you. Now, at what point do I get any advocacy as opposed to risk management? Please tell us for the tape. At what point does this citizen, who's done everything correctly, had his civil rights violated, get any advocacy if you're sending me to risk management?
Well, some of the things that you're saying right now, Mr. Garza, are parts of the investigation, and we want to start the investigative process. And the fact that you're talking to the assistant sheriff and the captain of the administrative division, I believe shows full transparency on our department's part to make sure we clarify what's going on here.
Would that be like what happened in 2002 when I came to the sheriff and got the ratcheted response from Nurse Ratchet when I asked for my rights to be followed? Is that what you mean?
Well, I'm not familiar with what you're referring to because this is the first time that we've sat down and talked, and this is the first time you've handed me any document referring to that incident in 2002.
Well, that was where I was denied medical services and falsely arrested by the sheriff's department, and, you know, took the city to federal court over denial of emergency services, and the city basically, you know, committed fraud by testifying to have my case dismissed, only to sign a confession 4 years later admitting that it had broken federal law. Oh, and also my legal rights were circumvented because when I went to emergency, it was the institutional police who were under the sheriff. And I called for the San Francisco Police Department to come out to make sure that my legal rights weren't circumvented, and that all fell by the wayside. But fortunately, an individual never having been arrested and then falsely arrested, I also now have an arrest record sitting next to the signed confession, you know, that the city committed the crime for, that I have the arrest record for.
So, Mr. Garza, if I can ask a question?
Yes, please.
How is it that we can help you today? What is it that we can do for you today?
Continue to, you know, I'm here to continue to follow up on my complaint, issue new complaints, make sure I'd like for you to go over with me to the Department of Public Health 101 so that you can get a copy of the restraining order that they used for your officers, which I believe was criminal fraud, to deny me my civil rights. And I can give you the paperwork that they didn't take when I first went to IA. You know, even though I did fill out the form, which they said I hadn't filled out because it's on videotape, I videotaped it. So that way, when this falls through the risk management cracks, it can't be said that I didn't provide everything correctly. And of course, at the perfunctory preliminary investigation, you know,